Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present the research result. The research is done by Harun Mukhtar, Evans Fuad, Julaiha Siregar, Muhammad Akmal Remli, Khairul Nizar Syazwan, Wan Salihin Wong, and Jose Rizky. The research named Long Short-Term Memory or LSTM for forecasting foreign tourist arrivals. I have some introductions. It's the background. The first background of the problem research is tourism sector is a source of foreign exchange earnings, and there are increase and decrease in number of tourist arrival to Indonesia. So that condition is a reason of some problems. The first problem is the tourism products. So the tourism products and service which are needed to support the industry got to be adjusted to prevent financial loss. And of course, the fresh products are generally easily damaged, so it is necessary to forecast tourist arrivals. So in this research, we aim to forecast the arrival of foreign tourists to Indonesia using step-by-step sequence data with the LSTM model. I will introduce you a little bit about LSTM. LSTM is a neural network development that can be used for time series data modeling. And LSTM is the development of RNN, which is suitable for time series forecasting. Why we use LSTM? Because this method is suitable for sequential data such as tourist arrival data. And it is suitable for time series forecasting because LSTM contains a special unit called a memory block in a hidden layer that repeats itself. Okay, some related works similar to this research is we have two most relevant research. The first research that related to this work is done by Hafiluddin and Jawahir in 2015. They forecast the tourist arrival to Indonesia too, but using ARIMA and RBFNN, where the data used by them is the accumulation of tourist arrival from each country every year, starting from 1974 to 2013. And the study concludes that RBFNN is more efficient than ARIMA for modeling time series dataset. So there are differences from this real research to Hafiluddin and Jawahir research that they are using the data of accumulation of tourist arrival from each country. But in this research, we use the actual tourist arrival data from each country, not accumulation. So accumulation means every country for it's from worldwide data to Indonesia every year. But in this research, we count every single nation's, every single country's data from Brunei Darussalam, from Malaysia, from Thailand, from Singapore to Indonesia. We count their data one by one. And one more related works is using LSTM. It's PANG, and they are using LSTM. They were using LSTM to a non-linear relationship between tourist arrival and the index of the search query data. The accuracy of the forecast was verified using two compared examples. The first is Beijing City and the Yuzaigo Valley. The result obtained from This study indicates that our FDE LSTM outperforms several other STEM series and machine learning methods. So it's the proof that LSTM got the better result, outperform several other time series and machine learning methods. So our method is you can see in the picture that we first we input the data set and pre-processing it, and then we select the data train and data test, and then we evaluate the training, and we done some denormalization of the data, so we can calculate the RMSE or MAPE of the regression. Okay, I will show you the dataset input and pre-processing. Input the data of tourist arrival to Indonesia between 2006 and 2019 from the Central Statistic Bureau of Indonesia, and analyze the dataset and normalization of the data to 0 to 1 scale, and divide the data train and the data test. It's 660 data train and 110 data test. Then we done some LSTM forecasting. We create the LSTM forecasting architecture, then import the sequential model, LSTM layer, and dense layer. We use ReLU for activation function and the ADAM for optimizer. Based on the result, the model training got 0.0002523 loss value, and the testing got 0.0005386 validation loss value at 1000 epochs. Okay, and then we try to forecast using the data from 2006 to 2019. The forecast is done to predict the 2020 tourist arrival, and the result of forecasting shows that the number of the first tourist arrival increased in some countries and decreased on the other. Okay, forecasting result. Based on the result obtained, it was found that the training data had an RMSE of 591,897 with a mean absolute percentage error at 636.2%. It's quite high and beyond our expectation, and it's a little bit outside of our expectation. So the MAPE is very high and the RMSE is very high, and it's a bad result considering the range of time series dataset use is ranging from 0 to 2.9 million. It can be concluded that the resulting RMSE is high. The number of dataset used is the biggest influence of the obtained number of the result. So we have a discussion for this and make a conclusion that the purpose algorithm needs a lot of parameter and expected to give a good result, but the amount of dataset of each single country, which is only 14 data per country, is not enough to give a good forecasting result and potentially generate overfit model. So it's the overfit model which generate the bad result. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.